Welcome to this video. In this video we will see how to determine the operating point of a BJT. I will illustrate the process with the help of a circuit shown here. Here you can see that an NPN transistor is connected in common emitter configuration. This emitter terminal of the transistor is made common to both input as well as output sides, and the base emitter junction is forward biased with the help of this DC source VBB, and the collector base junction is reverse biased with the help of another DC source VCC. Okay, so we have studied the output characteristics of an NPN transistor in common emitter configuration. So let me redraw that. So it is a characteristics between collector current IC is this current, and collector to emitter voltage VCE. Okay, it is a graph between IC and VCE. For constant base current, for constant value of base current. So we have seen that the shape of this curve is like this. This is for some constant value of IB, say IB equal to IBQ. Okay, so we have discussed this in the previous class. So this is the characteristics of the device. So this is device characteristics. Now this transistor is sitting in a circuit, so it has to obey fundamental circuit laws like Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. So I can write KVL in this output loop. So in this output loop, the source voltage is VCC. So the source voltage VCC is equal to the voltage drops in this loop. So you can see that there is a voltage drop across the resistance RC. Current is flowing this way, so there is a voltage drop across RC, and there is a voltage drop VCE with this polarity across the collector to emitter terminals. So voltage source VCC will be equal to drop across RC plus drop across collector to emitter terminals. So it is IC RC plus VCE. Now I can rewrite it like this: IC RC is equal to minus VCE plus VCC, and divide both sides by RC. So it is IC equal to minus VCE by RC plus VCC by RC. So you can see that IC is the y axis here and VC is x axis. So this corresponds to y and VC is x. So this is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c form. So it represents a straight line. So this represents a straight line. This equation represents a straight line. So I can plot it here. In order to plot this straight line, I need at least 2 points. So you can observe that it has a negative slope. Okay, this m is minus 1 by RC. So it has negative slope. So the straight line will be like this. It will be a line with a negative slope. So I can draw the line here. So to draw the line with negative slope, I need the x-intercept and y-intercept. If I know these 2 points, I can join them and draw the straight line. So how to evaluate the x-intercept and y-intercept? This is our x-intercept and this is y-intercept. So how to evaluate that? To evaluate the x-intercept, you can use the equation and put the value of y equal to 0 or IC equal to 0. So in this equation, if I substitute IC equal to 0 I will get the value of VCE or x-intercept. So if I do that, I will get 0 is equal to minus VCE by RC plus VCC by RC. So it implies VCE equal to VCC. So this point will be VCC comma 0. So this x-intercept will be VCC comma 0. Similarly, to evaluate y-intercept in this equation, I can put x or VC equal to 0. So if I put VC equal to 0, I will get IC equal to VCC by RC if I put VC equal to 0. So it will be IC equal to VCC by RC when VC is 0. So the y-intercept will be simply 0 comma VCC by RC. So I got the 2 points. So if these 2 points are available, I can draw the line. So this represents the circuit characteristics, and the previous one, this curve represents the device characteristics. So this device is connected in this circuit. So the point of intersection of these two curves, this curve and this straight line, will give the operating point. So this point is our operating point, and usually it is denoted by the symbol Q, because this operating point is also called as quiescent point. Okay, so it is also known as quiescent point or Q point. So at the Q point, so this Q point is specified by these two values. So the collector current at Q point ICQ, and collector to emitter voltage at operating point or Q point VCEQ. So by this procedure, we can evaluate the Q point. So Q point is given by this VCEQ and ICQ. So we can evaluate these 2 points using this method. So in short, you have to draw the output characteristics and then draw the circuit characteristics represented by this straight line. So this is also known as DC load line. This straight line is also known as DC load line. So the point of intersection of this DC load line and the circuit characteristics gives the operating point of the BJT. So we will continue our discussion in the next video. Thank you.